Welcome to WatchNet.TV and another edition of What's in the Box. In this edition, I'm actually revisiting a watch I did a few weeks ago. I had lots of trouble with my wireless microphone and radio frequency interference, and I just felt the poor audio didn't do justice to the watch, so we're going to start over and have a revisit here. So let's see what's in the box. This is a Blancpain LeMan Flyback Perpetual Calendar. The first thing you notice when you open the box is just the beautiful construction of the interior display box. Just a gorgeous burlwood veneer piece that really stands out as the type of a box that a $34,000 plus watch should be shipped in. So let's take a little closer look here and see if we can't do some justice to this thing. This is a reference 2585F 113071, and as I mentioned, it combines the complications of a single-hand flyback chronograph and a perpetual calendar with moonphase. The X71 reference number denotes the X71 bracelet, which is certainly one of the nicest bracelets that Blancpain I think has ever produced, and probably one of the nicer metal bracelets that any watchmaker has ever produced. Just a beautiful bracelet and a nice cross complex brushed and polished finish job. The watch itself is in a 38 millimeter wide by 12.5 millimeter thick case. And as I noted before, it's interesting to note that a case this size contains a movement that contains actually over 400 individual parts. It is amazing, in my opinion, that a watchmaker could put together a movement with so many complications in such a small, I shouldn't say small, but in such a reasonably compact package. As I noted before, it is a single hand flyback chronograph, which is different in context from a two-hand Blancpain or two-hand chronograph. When the chronograph mechanism is running, it can be started and stopped from the pusher at 2 o'clock. It obviously moves forward, measuring seconds, minutes, and hours. If the chronograph is running as it is now, and the reset pusher at 4 o'clock is depressed, the entire mechanism resets itself and starts again from zero with one push of the button. I think it's a more utilitarian way to build a flyback chronograph. I'm sure others would disagree with me rather, but I just generally prefer that type of a flyback mechanism. As far as the other complications are concerned, it is a full perpetual calendar that actually takes into account the leap year and also provides a moonphase display. If you kind of look at how Blancpain's built the dial, they've kind of put a number of very all nice features compactly into the subdials. The subdial at 3 o'clock position is the actual day, or date I should say, and the subdials are actually the minute counters for the chronograph mechanism. The dial at 9 o'clock contains the month, and the subdial for the hours elapsed time functions. And the subdial at, kind of excuse me, I'm trying to both read and keep this thing in focus at the same time. And the dial at the 12 o'clock position displays the month and the leap year cycle. So it's really a nicely compact, well put together dial, and is again, I think, one of my favorite pieces that Blancpain or anybody else has ever done. Again, you can kind of look at their attention to detail and see all of the nice work they put into the case. The pushers are in fact screw-down pushers. I've got them extended all the way out so I can manipulate the chronograph mechanism as I go along here. So, and let's take a little farther look and see what else is included in the package here. Other than obviously the display box, we have the pusher tool. The pusher tool is supplied by Blancpain to be able to manipulate the day, date, moon phase positions by means of small buttons that are inserted, as you can see, on the sides of the case, that give you the ability to independently adjust the values for such things, just as obviously if you need to reset the calendar mechanism. We also have the polishing cloth that obviously they supply. We have the warranty card from the original seller of the watch, which is obviously a fairly well-known U.S. dealer. And we have the rather voluminous instruction manual, which provides operating instructions for a number of different, actually I think it provides operating instructions for all of their movements, including the 2585F, which is what this one is. So, very nice, complete package. This watch is, I don't believe has ever seen much wear. From all I can tell, it's pretty close to unworn and certainly qualifies in the like new in box condition. The watch is for sale on our site, so if you'd like to see the close-up photographs and get more information on it, please visit watchnut.com and click on the Collector's Corner link, which is where I chose to put this particular piece. And again, thank you for watching. Appreciate it.